Hi guys, I'm Zach from Eckhart Public Library, and today for Learning with STEAM, we are going to learn about math and how that's being used in our own community. And we have Angel from DeKalb County Promise here. She's going to talk about how we can plan for the future and how math is an important part of figuring out how to do what you want to do in the future and in your life. And so we're happy to have you here, Angel. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You want to talk about what DeKalb County Promise is and what the goal is?
Yeah. The goal of DeKalb County Promise is to get all students in all of DeKalb County to get into Promise 529 savings accounts, which are savings accounts that you use the money after you graduate high school to do training. And that training can be a 2-year school, it can be a 4-year school, it can be training in the trades and used for your educational needs for that or your equipment for that. It could help you buy a computer to go to college, it could help pay for books, but no matter really what you're going to do after high school anymore, you really have to have some type of education and training. And so there's always cost with that. And so if you can start saving for it now, then it doesn't overwhelm you after school. It's waiting there for you when you graduate. Also, as a side note for parents, there are tax deductibles and there are tax benefits for putting it in this account. So that's the mom and dad version that helps too. I'm going to talk about one way I use math. That piece of paper or that screen shows how much money you make based on the kind of training that you have. And those are the reasons that I think you will realize you definitely want training after high school. It will show you that you make the least amount of money if you have no training after high school. And then if you have maybe some college or a 2-year degree, then you make a little more. If you are a licensed trade, so you go through apprenticeships or you go through a schooling for a trade, which would be like construction kind of work maybe, or culinary work, or a hairdresser, those are all trades. Then you make a little bit more money. And then if you have a 4-year degree or even a doctorate kind of thing, then you make even more. So as you see though, for all but just graduating high school, you have to have some type of training. Right. And so we try to use those numbers to encourage you to do that.
All that data that has been compiled to be able to help us make decisions based on the information.
Well, you might find out that, wow, this is what I'm interested in, but if I go this way, I think I'll make a lot more money or be more successful than if I go this way, even though my interest is the same.
Right, right. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason you want to put it into this savings account, that's going to show you why it's important to start as soon as possible, because this money is invested for you. And that means that your money is making more money for you. And so that chart shows us the difference if your parents started when you were a newborn, as soon as you were born, or if they start at age 5, or if you were to start at age 10. And it is shocking how much more money you make the younger you start. So even if you're 12 now and you don't have one, still way smarter and better to start today than waiting till you're in high school. Because 2 or 3 years makes a big difference for how it grows. You want to get into it as soon as you can, because your money can work for you while you're at school. Like, you're not doing anything with it. You're living your life and the money is being invested for you, making more money. The great thing about Promise is that there are community members who have donated money. And here at the Community Foundation, we house that money. And if you have a Promise 529, as soon as you open it, we also donate money to it. We donate $25. And then if you put in $25, or somebody you know puts in $25, you just have to have another $25 donated. Then we put in another $75 for you. So at that point, you have $125 starting to make money for you, whether you can put any more money in it or not. And then as you go on, there'll be more opportunities for us to put in more money for you. And so it's there, it's waiting for you to use, it's growing, and it's a place that you can put extra money if you get it for your birthday or something in there to help you with the future.
And it
So
will
that you
grow to
can,
become more than just what you had at the beginning.
yes, for
Right,
sure.
right,
Even just that little bit of $125 will start to make money.
right.
Um,
Money
and
making
so
money.
exactly. And so that's what we're trying to tell all of the students in DeKalb County. We need more students to do that so that more of you can go on, get educated, get great jobs, and come back and help build your communities.
Because that investment that we're doing now, right at the beginning, when everybody's young, can help empower what they want to do in the future. This is the
Exactly.
idea of it.
Exactly. It helps with your own personal future, and it can help you create the community you want to live in.
Oh, yeah, you don't think about that too much, not just what you want to do, but how what you
Yes.
learn, your gifts can come back and help improve things beyond just yourself.
Exactly. If there's things as you are growing up that you feel like your community is lacking or you wish we had more of, that empowers you to come back and help build that.
Could you talk a little bit about like how DeKalb County Promise started and why, like what the inspiration was behind that?
Yeah, it was a person who realized not enough people in their county, not enough kids were were saving and getting good opportunities after high school. And then those kids that did tended to leave and not come back. And your community wants you to come back. And so they actually started this, and it was such a phenomenal idea. Then some other communities started it. And there were a group of people here in DeKalb County that kind of saw this was happening and said, you know what, we want every kid who graduates high school to know that their community is supporting them and has faith in them. So not only do we want to encourage them to start savings accounts, because obviously we do, and we want you all to be successful, but we want to invest in that. We want to have the money to donate that $25. We want to have that money to donate that $75. We want each student to understand your community is with you. The people who own businesses in this town and families in this town consider you part of your community, part of your family, and they want to support you.
It's really incredible to think about that the community is kind of, for lack of a better term, putting their money where their mouth is and saying we care
Right.
about you, to the extent that we are going to take action to put our money and our investment and to kind of bring it back to math, to think about we care about you, we want you to succeed. How do we actually make that happen? How do we use our resources to plan and to put strategies in place to actually see that happen? Well, thank you so much, Angel. We'll put up the website for everybody to check out. But as far as that goes, for Learning with STEAM, this is Angel. She's over at the Community Foundation. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
DeKalb County Promise, a community-wide initiative made up of local businesses, economic development, nonprofits, foundations, churches, and 100% of DeKalb County schools, is making a promise to the next generation of our community. Our promise is that every family will know we are behind them. We support their efforts to invest in their child's future education and career training. Every child